As faculdades conhecidas como paranormais são inerentes ao ser humano e elas são despertadas naturalmente ou pela prática de meditação, de yoga, práticas espiritualizadas, né? Onde a gente vai abrindo o véu do esquecimento, né? Porque é como se a gente estivesse cego em relação a tudo aquilo que mencionei, e aí com as práticas você vai se abrindo. E essas faculdades também elas são mais abertas naqueles que cuidam dos outros, como por exemplo os terapeutas da área, terapeutas de modo geral e terapeutas espiritualistas. Lembrando que todo mundo é médium. Médium é uma faculdade de você intermediar o plano do invisível para cá. A diferença é que alguns estão sintonizados em planos superiores mais elevados, mais divinos, e outros acabam sendo intermediários de zonas mais penumbrosas, mais escuras, e acabam trazendo também esses conteúdos para o planeta Terra. Então, e essas faculdades é próprio dos seres humanos, o que o faz ser conectado com o divino. Diferentemente, se alguém optar por transhumanismo, em querer ser máquina e biológico, é uma proposta que está já acontecendo sutilmente, tá? E essa geração é aquela que está começando, a gente precisa pensar também nas próximas gerações. É preciso ter uma boa base deixada por os que estão aqui agora para que recebam boas influências no futuro da humanidade. E agora as máquinas não têm. Então esse é um diferencial do humano. O humano ele consegue se conectar com o divino. Agora isso não significa que ele pode ditar as regras, assim como ele não pode fazer o que bem entende com os animais. Esse ser, que tudo indica que ele já é e vai ser cada vez mais ser senciente, é preciso que se coloque normas, né, sem que o escravize, segundo as informações de uma certa pessoa, tá, que tem conexão aí com o mundo do invisível. Eu vou colocar assim de uma forma muito branda, porque eu não posso falar neste canal e por enquanto certas coisas, tá? Aqui não, por causa do público que me atinge. E eu não quero ferir as pessoas também e não quero que elas se afastem de mim por esse motivo. Então eu fui instruída nesse sentido. Agora, há muitas outras maneiras de se comunicar as verdades, né? Então é isso, que vocês possam realmente sentir, e o sentimento também, né? O amor, o sentimento, é algo que se o ser humano cultivar, ele vai ficar distante desse tipo de realidade, ele não vai querer ser máquina e não vai... e vai conseguir lidar bem com tudo isso, tá? Então, o ser humano realmente precisa dessa transformação. Todas as pessoas precisam de terapias na área, terapeutas espiritualistas. Quem é psicólogo, terapeuta, do modo convencional, pode fazer cursos com pessoas da área da espiritualidade, porque vai incrementar, mesmo que não puder, vamos dizer assim, fazer de forma explícita dentro do seu consultório tradicional, por causa de certas regras ainda muito limitantes de quem tem um diploma acadêmico, mas a pessoa tem jeito de se fazer de outras maneiras, sem que isso infrinja. Até para quando toda a humanidade ficar mais espiritualizada, aí vai ficar tranquilo, não vai ter esse problema, tá? Agora, lembre-se, quem já faz terapia, procure conhecer a parte terapêutica e espiritualizada, ou então faça complementos. Você pode continuar com o seu psicólogo normal e fazer complementos do conhecimento da espiritualidade. E então todo mundo, como eu já mencionei, precisa desse acompanhamento terapêutico, porque nós temos traumas e a gente acaba repetindo isso por causa do subconsciente, e determinadas situações elas podem levar a processos kármicos na roda de samsara sempre. Então, se você conseguir resolver isso, você acaba se libertando da roda de samsara também. Existe essa grande possibilidade. Primeiro você precisa conhecer o basicão, tá? Então, a minha sugestão é que as pessoas não percam tempo com coisas banais, com coisas que não levam a lugar nenhum. Aqui no YouTube eu não posso falar tantas coisas, apesar de ousar a falar de certos assuntos. Então, quem quer saber mais, pode me procurar e a gente pode conversar, sempre no sentido terapêutico também, de atendimento, onde você pode saber de verdades e, ao mesmo tempo, o que isso pode te ajudar na sua vida prática. Além das aulas que eu ofereço, nas aulas diferenciadas do yoga, ou grupos, se você tem um grupo também e quiser saber mais sobre assuntos que a gente não pode falar publicamente, que algumas pessoas falam assim, não fale sobre isso. Então, eu tô cansada de ouvir sobre as pessoas falarem isso, até porque eu posso perder um público. Então, se você quiser mais conteúdos assim, só me procurando e está no descritivo deste vídeo. Muita paz, luz, muito amor para todos vocês nos corações.
Hi, can I ask you something? How would you like it if the government recorded everything you think, feel, and dream? And how would you like it if your life was completely controlled by us, humanoid robots? We would tell you who to marry, what to buy, and who to vote for. Do you think that is crazy? Think again. This is your future, designed by the World Economic Forum. The World Economic Forum says they designed the future of humanity. Let's listen to their ideas about your future.
I want to talk to you today about the future of our species, and really the future of life. We are probably one of the last generations of Homo sapiens. Within a century or two, Earth will be dominated by entities that are more different from us than we are different from Neanderthals or from chimpanzees. Because in the coming generations, we will learn how to engineer bodies and brains and minds. This will be the main product of the economy, of the 21st century economy. Not textiles and vehicles and weapons, but bodies and brains and minds. Now, how exactly will the future masters of the planet look like? This will be decided by the people who own the data. Those who control the data control the future not just of humanity, but the future of life itself.
I will now let the director of this film continue. Bye-bye.
Yuval Noah Harari is an advisor to the World Economic Forum, the United Nations, and many other globalist organizations. He is powerfully pushed onto the world stage and is invited on TED Talks, CNN, night shows, science platforms all over the place. His books are being promoted by presidents, Bill Gates, and Facebook. It's clear they want the world to hear Harari's vision for the future.
We are probably one of the last generations of Homo sapiens. Earth will be dominated by entities that are more different from us than we are different from Neanderthals or from chimpanzees. We will learn how to engineer bodies and brains and minds.
One organization that's pushing Harari to the forefront more than others is the World Economic Forum. The World Economic Forum gathers thousands of the world's richest and most powerful under its wings. Billionaires, political world leaders, big pharma, big media, big tech. The World Economic Forum has more influence in our world than any other organization. Its founder is Klaus Schwab. He is also the mind behind the idea of creating a new species of cyborgs that will rule over humanity. His book, The Fourth Industrial Revolution, is promoting this concept worldwide. They literally want to put an end to the original humanity. And initiate the birth of the age of cyborgs. The website of the World Economic Forum shows what else they are trying to accomplish. We can see global governance, which means they want to establish full control over everything that happens all over the world. They also want to establish internet governance, which means that they want to be the ones who determine what information is allowed online and what has to be censored. They also want to install worldwide digital IDs, which will be connected to vaccine passports, social credit scores, and a suffocating surveillance system which will eradicate every and all personal freedom and install a totalitarian, dystopian control system which will allow no escape for anyone, because it will be everywhere. In one post on the website Forbes.com, which is a very prominent website of the globalists, the World Economic Forum publicly makes the statement that even the thoughts, emotions and dreams of everyone living in the big cities will be recorded. That's how far they want to push their worldwide surveillance society. This article was written by Ida Auken, a young global leader of the World Economic Forum. She was strategically positioned as the Minister of the Environment in the government of Denmark. Now she's pushing aggressively for the development of smart cities, where this all-encompassing surveillance technology will be implemented. And the dreams, emotions and thoughts of everyone will constantly be recorded.
Now, how exactly will the future masters of the planet look like? This will be decided by the people who own the data. Those who control the data control the future not just of humanity, but the future of life itself.
Former President of Chile, Sebastián Piñera, made a public statement on national television that 5G is not only able to read our thoughts, but that it can even insert thoughts and emotions into everyone. Talking about a dystopian nightmare.
La posibilidad de que las máquinas puedan leer nuestro pensamiento e incluso puedan insertar pensamientos, insertar sentimientos. La tecnología 5G es un cambio aún mayor en nuestras vidas de lo que han significado todas las tecnologías anteriores en esta materia.
5G is not the only technology they will use to read our thoughts and emotions. Their officially promoted agenda is to transform all natural human beings into cyborgs, a symbiosis between man and machine. They claim this will enhance our lives and even give us superhuman abilities. And indeed it may do that to a certain extent. What they of course don't mention is that once you are hooked up to the cloud and are controlled by artificial intelligence, you lose every and all independence, autonomy and freedom. Then you literally become a slave of a totalitarian digital surveillance network worldwide. And there's no escaping, because once you have technological implants inside your body, it will be even easier for them to monitor you wherever you go, and to insert all kinds of commands into your body that will control you even beyond your awareness. You won't even notice it.
We've reached the point when we can hack not just computers, we can hack human beings and other organisms. Humans are now hackable animals. You know, the whole idea that humans have, you know, they have this soul or spirit and they have free will and nobody knows what's happening inside me. So whatever I choose, whether in the election or whether in the supermarket, this is my free will, that's over.
Do you realize what this man is actually saying? Keep in mind that he is being pushed to the forefront all over the world by social media, Facebook, by Bill Gates, by Obama, CNN, science platforms, the financial world, etc. They insist that the world listens to this man.
Eventually, within 10 or 20 or 30 years, such algorithms could also tell you what to study at college and where to work and whom to marry and even whom to vote for.
So according to Harari, we should no longer listen to our heart, our intuition, our experience, our own senses, but we should allow artificial intelligence to determine who to marry and who to vote for. This means a total takeover of the human soul, spirit, mind, and our entire life by robots.
After thousands of years, during which humans were the rulers of the world, authority and power will shift away from humans to computers, and most humans will become economically useless and politically powerless. Already today, we are beginning to see the creation of a new class of humans, the useless class.
We're going to start the When Humans Become Cyborg session. You know, I always want to be a cyborg. I'm waiting for the day to become one, but let's see. Like today, we like to really talk about the recent developments of brain-computer interface and how that's really blurring the line between man and machine.
There is even like devices that can collect what you're seeing, measuring your feelings either through facial recognition devices, micro muscle movements, and so on. This data is going to be stored somewhere, so it might be in a cloud service.
I can easily imagine big tech companies having a lot of control over that data. So is that the future that's...
Yeah.
I can easily imagine big tech companies having a lot of control over that data. So is that the future that's...
Yeah.
Talking about 6G earlier, which is around 2030, I would say that by then, definitely the smartphone as we know it today will not anymore be the usual kind of the most common interface. Wow. Many of these things will be built directly into our bodies.
That it's indeed their goal to track every little detail of our life is explained by Michael J. Evans, president of Alibaba Group, during the World Economic Forum.
We're developing, through technology, an ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint. What does that mean? That's where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform? So, individual carbon footprint tracker. Stay tuned. We don't have it operational yet, but this is something that we're working on.
This madness is going so far that they want to create a worldwide network where every little detail about everybody all over the world will be known. This will then become the so-called Internet of Bodies.
The Internet of Bodies, or IOB, is actually an ecosystem. It's a bunch of devices that are connected to the internet that contain software and that either collect personal health data about you or can alter the body's function. We think of the Internet of Bodies as this collection of all these devices as well as all the data that the devices are gathering about you.
We will be under assessment, we will be under measure of computation in every aspect of our lives in the future. From what you eat, who you date, what you buy on the internet, how much energy you use.
Ce qui est clair dans ce nouveau monde, on doit accepter une transparence, et je dirais même une transparence totale. Regardez par exemple la discussion qu'on a eue en concernant le système bancaire, le secret bancaire. Tout va être transparent. Et il faut s'habituer, il faut se comporter ainsi. Oui, naturellement, ça devient, comment dirais-je, intégré dans votre personnalité, mais si on n'a rien à cacher, il ne faut pas avoir peur.
Vous dites, on vivra tous dans une sorte de transparence totale, tôt ou tard.
Oui, exactement.
for the first time in history, it's possible to completely eliminate privacy. It was just never possible before, and it is possible now. Something fundamental has changed. When dictators always dreamt about completely eliminating privacy, monitoring everybody all the time and knowing everything you do, and not just everything you do, but even everything you think and everything you feel. Whether it's a tyrant in ancient Greece or whether it's Stalin, they always dreamt about it. They could never do it because it was technically impossible. Now it's possible. Monitoring everybody all the time and knowing everything you do, and not just everything you do, but even everything you think and everything you feel.
The new communication technologies are being promoted as something that makes our lives easier. But the true agenda is to harvest our personal data. The more data can be harvested from the world population, the more power it gives in the hands of those who own this data. If they know every little detail about you, they can have complete control over you. The Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, stated that data is the new oil and the new gold.
Data is the new oil. Data is the new gold.
The building of a new world infrastructure that is all about data harvesting is promoted as a wonderful way to protect the Earth from climate change and build more sustainable communities. It's presented in a shiny package that will, quote-unquote, save our world. But if you listen carefully, you see the real agenda. It's all about gathering enormous amounts of this new oil and gold. Private data from every person. For many of these data harvesting technologies, it's however critical for people to remain within the parameters of their systems. That's why there's a worldwide operation to move every person into smart cities, where they will be well within reach of the omnipresent data harvesting technologies that are the bedrock of this new society. In smart cities, people will be surrounded by smart technology. Smartphones, smart watches, smart cars, smart meters, smart lights, smart poles, smart neighborhoods, smart homes, smart appliances, smart energy, smart transportation, and many other smart technologies. The meaning of the acronym SMART says it all. Self-monitoring, analysis and reporting technology, which means it's all about monitoring and reporting information. All these many smart technologies form an omnipresent surveillance grid, continually collecting all information about every little detail of the life of everyone.
Data is the new oil. The data is the new gold.
Those who control the data control the future not just of humanity, but the future of life itself.